This session is the second part of Chapter 3, which covers market supply. Quantity supply means amount of a product that firms wish to sell. Law of supply assumes that quantity supply of a product will increase when price of the product increases, given that other things are constant. In other words, price and quantity supply of a product have positive relationship, ceteris paribus. Supply schedule is a table that shows quantities supplied of a product at different places. This information can be presented in a graph, which is a supply curve. The supply curve has positive slope, which reflects the law of supply. Market supply means total quantities of a product supplied by all producers. Assuming that Agua and Prima are the only two companies produce bottled water in a market, then market supply of bottled water at $1 is 3,000 bottles per day, in which 1,000 bottles are supplied by Agua and 2,000 bottles from Prima. Change in quantity supplied happens when price of a product changes. It causes movement along supply curve. The attached figure shows quantity supplied curve of bottled water. Movement from point B to point A means upward movement. It happens when price of bottled water increases. That encourages the existing companies to supply more bottled water. On the other hand, movement from point B to point C means downward movement. It happens when price of bottled water decreases. It is less attractive for the existing firms to earn profit at this point. Therefore, the firms reduce quantity supply of bottled water. Change in supply means supply curve shift. It happens when the existing firms change the quantity of product that they wish to sell due to other factors, but not the product's own price. In figure 4.7, XO is the current quantity supply curve of bottled water. When production cost for bottled water increases, it is more expensive to produce bottled water. Therefore, supply decreases, which shifts the supply curve leftward from S0 to S1. On the other hand, when production cost of bottled water decreases, it is cheaper to produce bottled water. The existing firms will increase supply of bottled water that shift the supply curve rightward from S0 to S2. Among the factors that explain shift of supply curve are prices of related goods, cost of production, technological advancement, expectation about future prices, government policies, and number of sellers. A change in the price of substitute in production good can bring a change in the supply of another good. Substitute in production is a good that can be produced to replace another good. Examples of substitutes in production are truck and SUV of Toyota. When price of SUVs rises, it is more profitable to sell SUVs. Therefore, Toyota will switch production from truck to SUV. This will reduce supply of trucks. In summary, supply of a good and price of its substitutes in production have negative relationship. Complement in production is a good that is produced along with another. For example, when a company produces skim milk, it also produces cream. Therefore, skim milk and cream are complements in production. If the price of skim milk increases, the company will produce more skim milk. As quantity supply of skim milk increases, supply of cream will increase. In short, supply of a good and price of its complement in production have positive relationship. Resource and input prices such as rental and wages are examples of production cost. Production cost of a good reduces supply of that good. For example, When wage rate increases, production cost of bottled water will increase. This will reduce supply of bottled water. Advanced technologies allow producers to use fewer factors of production. Due to lower cost of production, producers will supply more quantity of goods. In addition, new technology also allow farmers to perform paddy harvesting faster and more efficient. This helps to increase supply of rice. The higher the expected future price of a product, the smaller the current supply of the product and vice versa. For example, when the government announces an increase in the price of sugar, current sugar price will decrease because the producers will keep sugar stock now. The producers will increase sugar supply in future in order to gain higher profit with a new higher sugar price. Change in supply is affected by government policy through taxes and subsidies. A business tax increases cost of production. This discourages suppliers to increase production amount. On the other side, subsidy lowers cost of production. This motivates suppliers to produce more. Generally, the larger the number of sellers, the greater the supply amount. For example, if there is an increase in the number of cafeterias in a university campus, the supply of food and drinks will increase. In this section, it is important to differentiate between change in quantity supplied and change in supply. In Figure A, movement from point E to F along S1 shows change in quantity supplied from 20 to 30 pizzas per month. The change in quantity supplied is due to a change in pizza price from $6 to $8. In Figure B, quantity supply of pizza curve shift from S1 to S2. This changes pizza supply from 20 to 36 units per month, but pizza price is remained as $6 per unit. The factors that change in pizza supply include cost of production, but not the pizza's price.